On the telecast with me is also Sharad Kohli. Now, Sharad, you heard these important factors, statistics that make Lakshadweep a very lucrative, a very attractive destination. And how should the government and private entities work together to put Lakshadweep on the world map? Because, like I said, and and Vikash mentioned that as well, that it is cheaper to travel to Lakshadweep than it is to travel and have a vacation in a Maldives or in a Bali.
Well, Megha, the best step forward was for the Prime Minister to be seen, there in a snorkel, Prime Minister to be seen there sitting on a beach. I think that was the best way to build brand, that if Prime Minister Modi endorses something or he sits there, he says that people should come for tourism, nothing works better. But obviously that will probably have a memory in people's mind when they travel. But yes, as Vikas rightly pointed out, I think the travel time has to be cut down, because the connectivity to Lakshadweep right now, I think, to the best of, I tried it once and I didn't go, but I was exploring. The best connectivity, Vikas would correct me, is from Cochin, if I'm not wrong. Although there are flights from Delhi and Mumbai, but they go via here, via there. So I think direct flights, Megha, is the first step. Then the price of the flights, because then if for example, if you're traveling to Bangkok, some of the flights to Bangkok and for that matter to Pattaya from there, they turn out to be then quite cheap. So you need to make sure that the flights compare, as you rightly said, when you compare with international destinations, of course not Maldives or Bali or Mauritius, but we can compare to Pattaya, which is relatively less expensive, because Thailand flights are not too expensive, or maybe Sri Lanka has a few beaches as well. So the first step is to make sure that the flights here cost you lesser than the other international tourist destinations. That's one step. And of course, we should not forget Lakshadweep competes with Goa, our own on the western coast. So therefore, competitiveness of the travel cost, because that's a big factor with the huge Indian middle class which travel. That's one. Second is the kind of facilities and infrastructure which you get while there. Although we saw Prime Minister purposely did the snorkel, because I think he feels that people think that probably Lakshadweep is just a bunch of islands and a few trees here and there and some beaches. But there are no water sports, there are no facilities. So I think the Prime Minister himself demonstrated that yes, there are all the facilities which you can get in a Maldives or a Mauritius or a Bali or a Pattaya. You get everything here. So why not go to Lakshadweep? And also he's sending another message, because most of the population, majority of the population in Lakshadweep is Muslim, Megha. I don't want to sound communal here, but then, there is a minority population, majority in Lakshadweep, but vis-a-vis the country, the population is minority. So he's trying his best to make sure that people reach the places where 97-98% of the population is a Muslim population, and you'll still be treated with the same hospitality. You still be treated with the same kind of facilities, same kind of services which you get at other places. So I think airlines, good hotels, reasonableness of the tickets, the economy of travel, I think that is a very important factor. And of course, how much time it takes to reach, because if you have to hop on the flights, Megha, if I have to go via Kerala to Lakshadweep, I think my flight time easily adds up to 4 to 5 hours. Vikash would correct me. I think it takes about 4 to 5 hours, whereas I am traveling within the country. I am not going out, whereas in about 4 to 5 hours I reach Thailand, or I reach probably Singapore. So I think the travel time has to be cut down, and for that, for me, the magic formula in one line, Megha, is a direct flight at a very reasonable cost. I think this will provide a tremendous boost.
Definitely an impetus, definitely an incentive for those who are wanting to travel and enjoy the beautiful sun and the sand and the clear skies. All right, absolutely. Quickly, Sharad, then, up until now, the kind of publicity, the kind of popularity that these tourist destinations have gotten, whether it is Goa or for that matter Varanasi, we talk about number of religious places, Rishikesh, even Dharamshala, we talk about Rajasthan. These are all, organically built. Like I said, a number of international tourists look at India as a spiritual touristic destination, as a religious touristic destination. So is there then a push that has to be deliberately made, and the government of India needs to come forward? The Prime Minister has done the app thing, so it definitely looks like there is political will towards it. There is the state level, the local level push that needs to be required, and it is going to happen in quick progression. And how can the private sector then milk it?
Well, Megha, let me rephrase what you said. I'm converting the word push to marketing. To make it easy for viewers, the way I call it. There is a funda in marketing. There is a phrase in marketing we use often. Jo dikhta hai, wo bikhta hai. So what you need to do is to post. It's very easy, and there's no rocket science in this. All you need to do is, first of all, media there are two reasons why a destination sells. One is word of mouth publicity, which comes out of brand building. When people travel, they tell 10 others, oh, we had a great time, it's a great place, no need to go to Mauritius or Maldives. We have our own Mauritius and Maldives within the country. That works the best. And preceding that has to be a push from the media, a push from the government. So what Lakshadweep Tourism Board needs to do is to do road shows in different states. And I think the pictures that we are seeing on your screen right now, they are good enough. I mean, who can be a better brand ambassador than the Prime Minister himself? The Prime Minister himself is showing you the pictures of that place, with he standing right there. All we need to do is to do road shows in different states, and these road shows will work magic. And I think following that, people like Vikas can come behind and create packages. I think it's very easy, Megha. And after this show, Megha, Lakshadweep is going to find a lot of tourists.
Absolutely. At least we are doing our bit for vocal for local and the Lakshadweep boost that is required at this point of time. But I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast, and thanks for watching NewsX.